Salutations, folks. Oh, there we go. Took a second for the space station to load in. That was weird. But hello! It's me, Snowy, the Lord of Winter and the final herald of Pluto. Here to destroy NASA and play video games. Hello. How's everyone doing today? Good, I hope. It's Friday for many of you, or already the weekend for some. And if you're someone who has a Monday to Friday week, I hope the end of your week is finding you well. And if you don't have a Monday to Friday week, I hope your Friday is finding you well. Yeah, we're back here today for some more Fire Emblem. Excuse me, my goodness. I think I'm going to have a burpee, but I burped too much. But yeah, yesterday we took out Lord Leonardo in the mist with his little rebellion, and apparently someone is plotting to assassinate the Archbishop. Could it be NASA? We don't have enough information to say, but just maybe. But we're going to have to investigate. And that's why we're here, folks. We got to figure it out. Figure out what this dastardly plot is. So, without further ado, let's just transition on in over here. And we'll start our exploration out with some nice little support scenarios. Got Ferdinand and Hubert. With this idea, I may be able to get the one-up on Edelgard. This again. Hubert, I wish you would not sneak up on me like that. Maybe you would be more perceptive if your mind was less burdened by sedition. Sedition? Absurd. This is an important project. Yes, I heard. A new way to prove how superior you are to Lady Edelgard. She is not your rival, Ferdinand. She is above you. A noble like you ought to know his place. Anything is better than being a noble like you. Every time you open your mouth, it's Lady Edelgard this, Lady Edelgard that. Do you ever think for yourself? You follow her around like a pet, you spend all of your time fretting over her, and yet you never truly express an opinion of your own. Before you reprimand me, take a moment to consider your own failings. Your nonsense is tiresome, so I hope this will be the last time I have to remind you. Lady Edelgard is the Imperial Princess. You are merely the Prime Minister's son. Yes, I understand that, but my duty is to guide her, to give her frank advice when she is on the wrong course of action. That is what I strive to do, always. Thus my devotion to surpass Edelgard, so that if she needs guidance, I will be prepared to give it. If you think it is tiresome to have a mind of your own, you will never be much of an advisor. Does the river of filth pouring out of your mouth ever stop flowing? Your obsession with all things superficial is disgusting. It's no use. You're hopeless. I'll take my leave. I have nothing more to say to you. Get out of here. And just like that, they became better friends. Hubert again. Ooh, Hubert and Dorothea, eh? Completely unreasonable. How will I see to this? Yubi, what are you doing here? A routine matter. No cause for concern. Ah, so it's something to do with Eddie then. And? She really is all you ever think about, isn't she? Look, I know you're doing all this so that she'll like you, but if you go too far, she'll end up pushing you away. Maybe even hate you. This has nothing to do with swaying Lady Edelgard's sentiments. I am simply her humble servant. I do what is in her best interest. Whether she cares for me or not is irrelevant. It really doesn't look that way to me. Bet you'd follow any order Edie gave you, if you thought it would make her like you, am I right? Any order? What a thing to suggest. But the answer is no. I will decline any directive that I deem would not be beneficial to her. Is that right? So just for example... If Edie commanded you to find yourself a suitable wife, would you do it? If it would benefit her in some way for me to marry, then yes, I would marry. It's easy to say that now, with no bridal party in sight. But if it was the day of the wedding, nah, I don't believe that. You clearly don't know Hubert well enough. I don't care what you believe. My only wish is to see Lady Edelgard fulfill her ambitions. All other matters pale in comparison. Yubi, pale in comparison. You've seen too many operas. I don't think you understand how the world works. At all. And I don't care what you think, either. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort is here. Hello, last resort. With the Pikachus and the table flips. How's it going, buddy? Wait, so you're giving me a Dorito, but first you're flipping a table? I wouldn't make any sacrifice to support Lady Edelgard. It's a shame you've never experienced such devotion. You're right. I don't have anyone like that right now. But maybe someday I will. Nasqueen, hello. So maybe someday you'll understand. Until then, we will never see eye to eye. Now, if you will excuse me, I have much to do. Yubi, I don't get you. Although I do find your point of view just fascinating. Alright, our last Hubert one for now. Petra, industrious as ever, I see. Hello, Hubert. Yes, I am trying to be industrious. I must be working hard to improve my position. Right now, it is not a good one. Even accounting for that, your efforts are impressive. I wish a little of you would rub off on certain people here. Or one troublesome stotch in particular. What the hell? What did you just curse me with, last resort? A squid? Jesus Christ. Last resort, you're a fucking character. What the fuck? Rub, I will not be rubbing on anyone. Not literally. Oh no, now the squid is wielding purple fire magic. Is there no end to the dastardly deeds? I never would have imagined you would adjust so well to life in Fodland. When I first met you, you couldn't understand a single word of the language. You had the look of a cornered animal, so much so I thought you'd grown up in the wild. I had more youth then, and the experience was terrifying. My grandfather ordered me to go to Fodland with sadness. Hey, Snowy, mind if I lurk while I do work? Hell yeah, Bailey! Hello! Bailey! Last resort, say hi to my friend Bailey. Bailey is a very old and good friend of mine, and I would be honored to have you lurk while I do some work. We're just playing some Fire Emblem here today. Nice chill game about tactical RPGs and shit. Now Big Squid has a problem. I'll just listen to your lovely voice while I edit some ish. That's no problem. I'm glad you find my voice lovely. And yeah, I hope the editing goes well. Let me know if we can do anything to help. Yes, baby. Thank you, Last Resort. I was stolen to a strange land filled with strange people. the treatment I was receiving was like that, like I was a strange beast. It is unfortunate, but while you were called our guest, you were actually a hostage. You were meant to be insurance that Brigid would not restore its alliance with Dagda and attack us. The Empire required leverage, and after all, you are the princess of Brigid. It gave me sadness to leave my home, but I am not unhappy that I came to the Empire. I have learned much understanding from the outside world. My experience has made me become who I am. And meeting you and Lady Edelgard has had great value for me. I admire your spirit in the face of adversity. You set a strong example to follow. And there is much more adversity to come. Some Lindhart. La 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 la, such lovely weather for painting. Bernadetta? Ah! Who are you? Where did you come from? It's just me, Lindhart. What are you doing? Painting! Just painting! Not important. Am I in your way? I'm in your way. I'll just go. I'm going. No need for all that. I just came out here to read. I'll stay quiet and still as not to bother you. How's that? If you want to go, that's fine too. No, I'll stay. Say, aren't you usually holed up inside? Ah, I'm sorry for coming here. I'm sorry for bothering you. You're mad, aren't you? You look really mad. I'll just pack up. I'll be gone before you know it. Mad at you? Never. I rather admire you, in fact. I fantasize about shutting myself in my room and never going outside again. Sounds like paradise. However, I wouldn't be able to perform my research. That, Bernadetta, is a problem. What? You admire me? Nuh-uh, no way. I know a trick when I see one. What are you plotting? So you want to copy me, is that it? And what's a copy do with the original? Replace it! Well, I've got you figured out. I won't just sit back and take it. I'll fight you. Lindhart, yeah. What? That's a... No, this is too much hassle. I'm leaving. Ah, I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. Ah, Bernadetta. Petra, would you pause a moment? Yes, are you wanting something? I was observing your spear work, and I wonder if you don't think your transitions are sloppy. The way you move your arm before a strong thrust hinders your movement and slows your spear on its way back. It leaves a rather large opening. Which arm? My left or my right? I think the right. No, actually it's both. It's something about the way you move your elbows. I am not understanding. Can you please show me? Demonstrate? No, I'd hate to get all sweat all over my book. But I must correct this. Please. Or are you unable to do and you can only teach? I am more of a theorist than a practitioner. I advise and you implement. Very simple. Then please advise again. Just cleaning up after my partner's Christmas party? Oh, nice. How'd that go? Was it a fun time? It's all quite simple. Sometimes you make a big stab downwards, right? Before that, you lift up. At that point, you sort of let the tension go and stop. It ruins the momentum of the stab. How can I be lifting up with no unnecessary moving? It's the arm movement that's extraneous. Calculate the locus of the spear and the elasticity of the muscles. Locus, oh my god, elasticity. Can you not just be showing me? Please, if you are showing me, I will learn it with quickness. I won't waste your time with such demonstrations. You're a smart one, Petra. You'll sort it out. Besides, I need to go now. I have a prior appointment to keep. Linhardt only likes talking. It is on myself to prevail. And that's our last Linhardt one for now. Oh boy. A casual hairstyle. Which one, Linhardt or Petra? The giant ass braid. Okay, yeah, that's Petra. Bernadetta, why are you following me? You were following me quite conspicuously, so why attempt to hide now? Conspicuously. Please don't hurt me! Calm yourself, I have no reason to harm you. Forgive me, I beg you. I'll go straight back to my room and you'll never see me again, I swear. Bernadetta! Yes, Lady Edelgard? Please explain why you were following me, and why you tried to hide. You should give Edelgard her second hairstyle? Have I unlocked that? I'll check when I'm back in the room. Is Her Highness saying she will not condemn me? Please speak like the human that you are. I already said no harm will come to you. Yes, I'm sorry. Permit me to explain. Lady Edelgard, you are fearless. I look up to you as an example to follow. And that explains it. How? I decided to watch you from a distance, to learn from you, but your presence is, intimidating. I got more and more scared until I finally couldn't help but try to hide. Ah, forgive me. I throw myself upon your mercy. Honestly. Look, nobody is truly fearless. Even I have things that I'm afraid of. What? You do? You seem oddly overjoyed at the thought. No, of course not. But, what in the world could possibly frighten you? The sea. I find the pitch black of the open sea at night quite frightening. I can't swim, so if the sea were to wash me away, I fear I would never return. The sea? I think I may have seen it once. Maybe. I didn't know you couldn't swim. That's a surprise. Again, my shortcomings delight you. Everyone has fears, as well as things they can't do. How many times must I tell you? Ah, I really did make you angry. Oh boy, so many to get through. And that one goes there. Perfect. Boy. Hey, Benedetto, what's going on? Ah, enemy! Enemies here! We're under attack! Help! Someone! Anyone! Help! I'm just the one who came here for help. I guess I'll just take care of it myself. Can't believe I got hurt trying to break up someone else's fight. It's ridiculous. All I do is step in to calm them down, and the next thing you know, they're both at my throat. Hey, you ever been in a fight? You guys have been on the battlefield together. Fight? You're challenging me to a duel. No, I can't. I've never fought anyone in all my life. I surrender. You win. Right? That was easy enough. Not to be rude, but do you ever think maybe your attitude makes you a little unapproachable? You should try stepping outside and socializing. I'm sure you'd make friends in no time if you didn't waste it all in here. Outside? In no time? Oh, sure. Yeah. Why didn't I think of that? Or maybe it's just not as easy for me as it is for you. Did that ever cross your mind? Why wouldn't it be? Making friends is easy. This one time I even made friends with someone I'd just been in a fight with. I think it was the gorgeous view that did it. We really shared a moment. Come on, let's go check it out. Hold on, what are you doing? Please don't touch me. Ah, put me down, put me down. Calm down, I'm just gonna carry you out of here. Easy does it? And here we are, see? That wasn't so bad now, was it? And what about this view? Gorgeous, right? So this is what death is like. Didn't expect it to be so sudden. Come and claim me, sweet death. But first, let this evening sun wash clean my imperfect soul. Hey now, don't go dying on me, Bernadette. It's just the sun. Huh? What? Where am I? Oh, it's pretty. Such a lovely view. Yay! Yes, Bernie and Casper. Is that who you shipped last? You shipped Bernadetta with Casper? Alright, I'll ask Bernadetta one for now. Bernadetta, if you have a moment, I would like to discuss what happened before. Ah, my nemesis! The hour of fate arrives! Help! I am not here to hurt you. You need not even open the door. Just listen to me. Are you going to recruit other houses? Yeah, I'm planning on recruiting Leonie, Ingrid, and Ash. I don't have to open... Or is it strictly a Black Eagles run? Nope. I'm not going to recruit a lot. Just those three. I don't have to open the door. Is this true? Okay. I like truces. Thank you. I would like to apologize for sticking my nose into your business the way I did. I thought you might be unhappy all cooped up in there, and that maybe I could help. But I've had time to reflect on what you said, and I realize I was mistaken. Oh, thanks for caring. But I'm fine, actually. I see that. I suppose that is what I'm trying to say. I should not have pushed you to do something that you did not wish to do. And for me to frighten you like that, that was unbecoming conduct for a noble. Maybe a little bit. Frankly, I'm embarrassed by my behavior. I disgraced myself. As for my injury, you need not feel guilty or afraid. The sprain was a result of my own thoughtlessness, not anything you did. I have always strived to be a good person, but I suppose all that striving was for nothing. I have failed in my duty as a noble. Ferdinand? Yes, Bernadette? I don't really know much about this sort of thing, but you shouldn't say things like that about yourself. Uh-oh, now the fish has power. It was not your fault, you know. I'm to blame too. I hurt you, and I'm sorry. What the hell is that? Oh, mercy. I guess that checks out. Glitch NRG? You have so many emotes, Last Resort. Really, it's fine. I healed quickly. And it wasn't for nothing either. I am not so sure. I do like my alone time. Actually, it's more of a need. But you're right. I also need to venture out every once in a while. Maybe if I work as hard as you do, I can try it a little more. Yes. Keep working at it. You are already much more outgoing than you used to be. When I mess up or even when it's just a bad day, it's hard for me to step outside. I'm too scared. But the next day, I try again, because I know that one mistake doesn't ruin everything. So you're still, I mean, just because you... That doesn't mean... I don't know how to put it, but that's how it is, so, the end. What a graceful end to the conversation. My name is Vanadad von Aegir! Hey, come on, that was serious! Oh, at least I got you to laugh. Ferdinand, our professor is wanting to see you. Hmm? He has much concentration right now. I will wait for him to be finished reading. Diplomacy has an effect upon weapons development. Yes, that makes sense. Oh, Petra, how long have you been there? A short time. You were devoting all of your attention to that book. Oh, hello, Gio! Thank you for the lurk. I hope you're having a good day, buddy. Forgive me, I was fully absorbed in my reading. I see you have been reading as well. Anything interesting? I am studying the history of Fodlan. A history book? What a keen student you are. And it's about House Resfeld. Certainly a stimulating topic. I am wishing to learn all about Fodlan. What is the book you are reading? Oh, this? This relates to a little hobby of mine. The regional history of weapons development in Fodlan. Militaries have to adapt their weapons according to terrain and climate, and they have to keep up with technologies in other regions. It's very interesting. Yes, it is interesting. I see why you would be enjoying that kind of reading. What does lurking even do? It's just a nice way to let me know that someone is here, but like I shouldn't expect them in chat or like ask them a question, or like, you know, try to get their attention. Like if you were to lurk Last Resort, I'm like, well, okay, Last Resort's lurking. I'm not gonna go asking you any kind of Fire Emblem questions because you're lurking. Yep, and it gives me a view. It's very nice. It's a way to support me, but also lets me know that you can't be here fully. It's very much appreciated. Oh, does that excite your curiosity too? Perhaps you would care to read more about it then. This is just one of 18 volumes, and our library has the entire collection. I give you my gratitude. Research of weapons could be a good reference for me. Oh, please take my apologies. I was meaning to tell you that our professor is wanting to see you. Oh, it's not like you forget something. I suppose I ought to be going then. Snowy, how does Petra rate on the waifu scale? Not very high, honestly. I like her a lot, but I don't have a lot of, she doesn't strike it for me in the romantic sense, but I would be sick-ass best friends with Petra. She's cool. Yes, it is a rarity that I forget something, but it is not impossible. Ferdinand and Petra have attained support level C. Alright, our last Petra for now. Petra, how are you doing? Getting used to life here? I am settled. Everyone shows great kindness. How does Ferdinand rate on the husbando scale? Honestly, he's not that bad. I think Ferdinand would be a nice and caring husband, and he's pretty cute, I guess. Of the guys in Fire Emblem, he's not the worst. I mean, he's no Claude, but he's not bad. I am settled. Everyone shows great kindness. I'm glad to hear it. I was so surprised when you first arrived. A prince all the way from Brigid. You have my gratitude, but please do not call me princess. You are making my cheeks blush. There's nothing to blush about. You're every little girl's dream of what a princess should be. Anyhow, I suppose it's been a long time since you've been to Brigid, hasn't it? Linhardt, though? Yeah, but Linhardt and I are both aces, so we're just gonna be, platonic pals. I hope you aren't homesick. Maybe even you can cook one of your favorite dishes from back home. I do wish for that, but there is no possibility. The ingredients are not found here. I suppose you're right. That's probably why they don't cook the food from Brigid in the dining hall. I'm sorry, I just got to thinking about how hard it must be to live somewhere so far from home and... Nah, it can't be impossible. I'll fix you a real meal of Brigid. I'll just find a recipe and similar ingredients. Isn't he the only gay romance option? I think that's correct. I don't know, last resort, if you can fill us in. It's really dumb. Three Houses isn't best with getting into gay, and especially the male gay. Especially with Claude. Because, like, my god, I don't know if I have run into a video game character that gives me such bisexual energy as Claude does. But as far as the game is concerned, he seems to be just straight. But your cooking is... What is the word? Horrendous. That is what everyone is saying anyway. Well, fuck Petra, just kill her, why don't you? Horrendous? Nobody's cooking can be that bad. The thinking is enough for me. You have my biggest gratitude. Fine. I'll do something instead of cooking for you. I hope to be sure that you feel at home here. How about a massage? That may help you loosen up. I have no problems. My body is already able to relax. Oh, then perhaps I could sing you lullabies to help you sleep. I am not having sleeping trouble. Just know that you never have to worry about putting me out. I like helping my friends. Well then, I must be going, but remember my offer. Dorothea is filling my heart full. Alright. Ooh, still 2 Dorotheas. Excuse me. Ah, Dorothea, the dining hall seems so much brighter with you here. Birdie, I must say, you are quite adept with flattery. Please, give me some more. Flattery? No, I was not. There you go with that attitude again. Why do you reserve such cold treatment for me, and me alone? You hate me, Dorothea, or have you some other reason to avoid my company? I underestimated you. I assumed your noble upbringing had dulled your perception. But you get it right on your first try. I hate you. Jesus. Huh, I was right. Why do they ask why you find me so despicable? I can scarcely guess. Don't waste another minute thinking about it. That will not do. I do not think you would hate me, a person for no reason. Huh, perhaps. How's this? If you can guess why, I'll let you know if you're right. The brain of us common folk are so simple, it should be pretty easy for a big shot noble to sort out. I cannot get the subtle, hidden passive-aggressive messages in this. Very well. I cannot walk away from a challenge. I have no choice but to chance a guess. Lindhart, Jaritza, and you can romance Jaritza? Really? How? You're always making fun of calling me a big shot and so forth. Perhaps you think all nobles are... No, it could not be that simple. Oh, what can't be that simple? Please, will you not give me a clue? Male Byleth can S-rank with Aloy, but Aloy's forwards Byleth to some common woman. What? Well, that's weird. Ah, we have become the best of pals. Here is this common woman. Well, let me see. A good clue, I know. It's because you're like a bee. That ought to be enough a clue. So long, Ferdy. A bee? I haven't the slightest. Perhaps because I'm such a diligent worker? Oh, and Gilbert? I didn't... So can you actually romance Gilbert, though? Like canonize romance? Can you hold hands and shit? Hey, Eddie. Oh no, you're scowling again. You're going to get wrinkles all over that cute face of yours if you don't smile more. Hello, Dorothea. I was just lost in thought. There are so many things to be done, to think of, that makes my head ache sometimes. So many nobles of the Empire are utterly useless. When I am Emperor, I tend to appoint only those who can actually be useful. It doesn't matter if they're of noble or common birth. Noble or common, eh? Can you really do that? I mean, not that I don't agree. I'd make all those nobles vanish if I could. It's not a question of can or cannot. All that matters is doing it and doing it right. The nobility system has only been around for 1200 years. The concept didn't exist before that. Only 1200 years, huh? You always say such preposterous and extraordinary things, Adi. Yet somehow you actually make it work for you. It's like you're a character from an opera. A character from an opera. If an opera is made about my life someday, I wonder how I'll be portrayed. The revolutionary who guided the empire to a new dawn, or the foolish ruler who took her revolution too far? Well, that all sounds pretty violent, but either way, it would make an incredible opera. You figure it'd be a grand action piece full of combat and strife, or would you prefer a somber political drama? You can have both. Hail the mighty Edelgard, though red blood stains her story. Heavy as her crown may be, she will lead us all to glory. To a brighter dawn, we shall carry on. Hail, Edelgard. That's quite enough, Dorothy. I'm starting to feel a little more than a little embarrassed. Lovely as your voice is, let's just hope that any operatic productions about me are still a ways off. Yuri's a little cutie, though I prefer Constance. I don't think I've met them. Alright, last social one for now. My goodness. Yeah! Yeah! Training again? You certainly working hard, Casper. Yeah! Oh, Edelgard. You scared me. You should have said something. I did, but no matter. What has you training with such intensity? Constance has neon blue hair and pink outfits. So cute, ooh woo. I've always wanted to recruit everyone and max out their social links to see what all the canon pairings would be. It's just so much. That is a lot of work. Holy crap. It's never good to neglect one's training, but overdoing it is ill-advised as well. You could already give any student here a battle they wouldn't soon forget. You think so? Thanks. I appreciate that. That's why I have 600 hours. Yesterday it was 500, last resort. Did you play 100 hours in this game in the last 24 hours? If memory serves, you're the second son of House Bergliez, right? If you want to recruit Hilda, make sure it's a Blue Alliance route. Hilda will never join Black Eagles. That's right, my older brother is the heir, and there are already too many mouths to feed in our family, so I can't count on any support. I pretty much have to make it my own, you know? I understand. It's difficult being born a noble. Those who inherit everything also inherit great burdens, but the same can be said of those who inherit nothing. Probably. Last resort, just defying the laws of physics yet again. Pretty PogChamp. What are you talking about? I don't have any troubles. Who cares if I don't inherit anything? That just means I get to cut a path to my own future. You know what your problem is, Edelgard? You always have to make everything about you. Are you picking a fight, Caspar? Hey now, come on. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. Always happy to fight though, if that's what you want. I'm afraid of the number of Pikachus Last Resort has. Last Resort has a lot of Pikachus. It is cause for some alarm. But I never go through a playthrough without having Lysithea. She's just such a cutie. Lysithea's pretty cool. A bit of a tragedy. Oh god, he's got Karagnux too. Yeah, she is so powerful once you get her built. Like, holy shit. I have no desire to bicker with you. Good luck with your training. Goodbye. What was that about? I'll never understand her. Oh my god, we're done. We did it. We got through the supports. Woo! Alright, so can we change hair here? Making her an assassin, giving her lethality, and then making her a dancer. Wow, interesting. Last resort, can I change their hair in this menu? You said that Edelgard had a second hairstyle? She does zoomies while she kills people. A hero's relic. Do you know it represents great power? Quite so. The stone within the sword, a glow of red. Huh. Oh, it's nothing. Oh, is this a new playthrough or a new game? It's a new one. It's on my streaming account, and I've never played on my streaming account before, so this is not New Game Plus. Hey, Shamir. You spend too much time roaming the monastery. If you're looking for something, try less aimless wandering. I was thinking about the enemy's objective. You even know who the enemy is? You can't know why without knowing who. It's none of my business anyway. I'm just here to take care of enemies who get too close. Okay, can't recruit Shamir yet. You can't get the hairstyles until you have new games. Okay, that makes more sense. Hello, Raphael. I bet the enemy is using this assassination nonsense just to sneak up and raid the pantry. You're probably right, buddy. What do you think, Professor? I don't think so. You don't think so? Then dinner's on you if it turns out I was right. Sure thing, buddy. She has the Weiss Schnee hairstyle. Oh. Interesting. Our enemy's true target. What could it be? The monastery has been around for nearly a millennium. It's only logical that there are secrets here. We better investigate. You max out Violet every damn time. Would you mind asking around and seeing what you can dig up once you've uncovered some leads? We'll regroup. Sweet. People die in every battle, but it can be by a sword or spear or magic, but depending on who it is that died, depending on who died, it's different. Different if it's someone you know who was lost. I hope nothing bad happens this month. So watching Violet doing so much damage and everyone else is going 9 or 6s. I'm at this part too. Oh, nice. What's your current run like? I'm in my new Game Plus. That checks out. The monks declined my offer of assistance. They said that no one from Duskar is to be trusted, especially now. Given the circumstances, I cannot fault them. Oh, good. It's just racism. That's good. That's always good to have. Oh my goodness, so many people here. It seems there were forces opposing the church beyond Lord Lonato. You get more and more points to spend on each subsequent playthrough, or is there a max? Because I want to start a game and buy everyone's class to max rank. Yeah, that's totally doable. Never thought such forces could exist in this world. It makes sense that the church has enemies. I don't understand. Why would they have? What would they have against the church? Scythia? I don't know who's to blame for all this commotion, but it's frankly a huge inconvenience. With everyone stuck on guard duty, our study and training time has been drastically reduced. There's been talk of an attempt on Rhea's life. We have been ordered to help the Knights patrol. Could that possibly mean that Rhea isn't beloved by everyone the world over? Have you heard of the War of the Eagle and Lion? It was the battle that won the kingdom its independence from the Empire. Even the Church of Saros had no choice but to recognize the courage of Lug, the King of Lions, who emerged victorious. The Church awarded him a crown and the right to govern the Fargus region, backing him in his bid to found the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. In return, Lug agreed to make the Church of Saros the religion of his territory, and permitted them to publicly proselytize across the kingdom. In the 400 years since, the church and the kingdom have continued to maintain a very close relation. Let's go explore the second floor. Ba, 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 dum, bum. Catherine, you best keep your distance. In this nervous state, I might just cut you down. I dare you to try. Oh, come on, I'm only kidding. One day, Catherine. One day. Why did you come looking for me because you were worried about my safety? Not at all. I am aware of the possibility. On the day of the ceremony, I am trusting that you will not allow your attention to wander away. Yo. Anata. Unbelievable. What a terrifying story. However, an assassination attempt on Lady Rhea is doomed to fail. Pardon, you think the goals may be different than simple assassination? Rhea has a fat ass. Jesus Christ. She does have the dumpy. Intriguing. I suppose the priceless objects in the room could perhaps draw thieves. However, there's no one but me who can make use of them. But Axis temporary, liberation is forever. I don't know, looking at it historically, liberation is not always forever. Yeah. Hey Professor, did you hear? A knight wielding a scythe is roaming around town at night. Well, that's pretty cool. If he's a villain, I'd like to get the measure of him. Here's some riding boots. Recruit. Hey, I hope we get a chance to practice together when you find the time. I know I'm in a different class, but you're the only other person who's learned from Captain Geralt. It seems this person isn't interested in Snowy's house yet. Strengthen Lance. Alright, then I guess we'll just get you on mission assistance. Perhaps. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's Chorizo? What do you mean? Oh, you're talking about that. Hey, no spoilers. No spoilers. The boy who assists the Archbishop, Cyril, I believe. I heard he's originally from a foreign land to these called Almira. I'm doing the blue vines mostly because I want to romance Rhea. There are numerous books in this library that could not find anywhere else. Once you are here, you can read them easily enough. I doubt someone would go to the trouble of stealing one. Sometimes studies will dispose of books that are deemed inappropriate for the monastery, but that's about it. In a way, I suppose that makes those particular volumes more valuable, right? Sure. Blue Lines is your least fave. Yeah, I get that. In Brigade, assassinations are many. I have also been targeted back in the past. I'm happy you survived. The Goddess Tower has an entrance of narrowness. That is most good. The windows are not the most good though. A target of ease for snipers. Black Eagles seems to be by far the best. Yeah, I love the Black Eagles. What are you doing out here, Hubert? Can you imagine the Archbishop being murdered every night? I prefer not to consider such a gruesome scenario. Of course not. Awfully calm, aren't you? I wonder what it takes to rile you up. I just don't like the fact that noble students can't become lords. That's so stupid and so rude. Man, not bad. People seem to think that all the Knights of Saros are equal, but that isn't quite so. There are many distinguishing ranks within the order. For example, there are squires who are trained to become knights as well as full knights like myself. Oh, and then we have holy knights such as Catherine. Those are the knights that can wield a hero's relic. The goddess's home is in the sky. She lives on a bright and shining star. But in the spring we can't see that star. That means she can't protect Fodlan. That's why we celebrate the day when her star returns to the sky. That's the day of the rite of rebirth. See? I've been studying. I know just about everything. Oh yeah? What's Pythagorean theorem, you little bitch? That's what I thought. Shut the fuck up. Thank you, Bailey. Shut the fuck up, you little bitch. About 20 or so years ago, there was a big fire in Garreg Mach. On that day, Captain Geralt went missing. Everyone thought he was dead. Roast that little bitchlet. Never occurred to me that he might actually have survived. The truly strange part is that in all those years, he hasn't changed a bit. Y'all keep talking about that. Alright, I got Catherine here. There's a new place in town that I hear has some really tasty food. I asked them to hold 2 seats under my name, but I don't know if I should go with. I guess this is probably what she wants to hear. Yeah. Get to know my enemy, Catherine. Oh, Ash. I've never been good at arithmetic, but I can see how it would be a great skill to have when negotiating with merchants. How should I make it easier to learn? Keep practicing. Nope. Sorry, Ash. Oh, Petra. The library is a place I favorite, but I am having a problem. It is lacking sufficient information about Brigid. I hope that I can be fixing this problem. Yay! Eh? Eh? I can't stop thinking about Leonardo. I'm sorry, Professor. I know this isn't the time, but I just can't get past it. Get wrecked, Ash? Oh, hey, no, we like Ash. Ash is not getting wrecked. Pull yourself together. Thank you. No matter what happens, I promise you I'll do my part. Want to join? Okay. Oh, it's fine. Professor, I'm afraid I have acted a bit childishly towards my brother recently. Given the circumstances, I requested that he provide me with some candies. Silly of me, the timing was improper, and I regret it very much now. Oh, but more importantly, this place is off limits, Professor. It is only open to the public on the day of the goddess's rite of rebirth. Leonardo would be ashamed, Lamal. On the day of the rite, the monastery will be open to the public, including the Holy Mausoleum. The Holy Mausoleum is where the tomb of the Divine Saros lies. There she slumbers, eternally. That's pretty much all that's in there. Just an ancient coffin. The fuck is that? Oh, Wolf Sat. Why is that? Oh, it's colossal. Okay, that makes more sense. I think we need to steal some of Last Resort's emotes. He has too many. They have too many. They're too powerful. Have you visited the God's Tower? It's a sacred place for use for rituals and the like. Yeah. In general, students aren't allowed entry, but as you'd expect, that rule just excites their curiosity. Some even tried sneaking in. Well, at least for this month, that kind of behavior is totally unthinkable. We have a lot more security with the Goddess's Right of Rebirth coming up. Ooh, what's that one? This is fine. Nice, Bailey. You can try. If you're not with me, then you're my enemy. Professor Jaritza seems very familiar to me. I don't recognize his name. I guess the resemblance could be coincidental. Probably. Caspar. I figured out, Professor, the enemy must be targeting Lady Rhea. They're going to make it seem like they're going after something else, but then they're going to go for her. A double bluff, you say? Impressive, right? I'm telling you, my intuition's never wrong. Yep, tournament. All this talk of assassination plots, it brings back dark memories I prefer to keep buried. I doubt there is any correlation, and yet... it is nothing. I am sorry for allowing my mind to wander. My focus should be solely on guarding the monastery right now. There are so many emotes. What has happened to my chat? I hear you fought alongside Catherine. I'd be a wager that her power exceeded your expectations. I mean, she just swung around a sword. Had you the chance to witness her relic, Thunderbrand, glowing red? The glow is the sure sign that her blood contains a crest that harmonizes with that hero's relic. Jesus Christ. Y'all out of control. Jesus Christ. 75 to the stables to distract everyone to cause some commotion. That is the old trick in the book, but I cannot shake the thought that our enemy may attempt it. I will stand guard and watch over the stable and the knight's horses. They are truly magnificent. Tea time. I've heard talk of students wandering the monastery late at night. They wouldn't happen to be from your class, would they? Please keep your students in line, Professor. Kids these days. Oh man, we're pulling the kids these days? Jeez. Oh my goodness. Yanner's cat is in chat. Holy shit. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. What the shit is that? Jabasted? Why? Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing I just looked at? The Goddess's Right of Rebirth is this month, right? The monastery gates will be thrown wide open on that day. I'll be working as a guide. I hope you got guide with some lovely ladies around. Focus on your job, bro. Jesus. Well, now why is there footballs in my chat? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Last Resort, where'd you get these? I wanted an official investigation opened into Last Resort. I think this is for the safety of all of chat. The Canadian Pat, I still love that one. Hey Professor, how's it going? Making lots of coins? I'd love to catch up, but I'm super busy right now. Working for money. You'll understand. Catch my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Ooh, I like those ones. Ace one. Oh, I fucking love it. How do I get that ace one? I want it. I want it. I want it. Oh, and I like Bailey. I like your pride one too. The ace one is free? How do I get it? Can I just use it? What? What? Oh! My life has been changed! Holy shit! Oh, that's so cool! I love it! The goddess trying to rebirth is the most significant ritual for the Church of Ceros. High five. Hell yeah. Could it be that someone has spread these rumors of an assassin plot merely with the intention to hinder the celebration? Gifts. Tea set. It would be terrible if the greenhouse was targeted. The plants in here are incredibly valuable. This place contains the heart of Gareth Mock's 995-year history. So many beautiful flowers, plants that can save or end lives. They are all my precious children. Sir Uwu, oh my god. Nice, yo. I'll do some gardening, sure. My power grows. Ba 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 da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Bum bum ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ugh, exploring these rooms. It's tiring. Ain't nothing here for me. Ugh. And at the end of the hallway is fucking Cyril? Ugh, disgusting. Disgusting. Excuse me, Professor. I just want to let you know that Lady Rhea is always real concerned with you. She expects great things, I think. Please don't let her down, okay? We'll see. You know what? I'm watching you. Fucking bring it on, little kid. Fucking babysit the shit out of you. You so basic. Kill him. Kill him now. I shouldn't. It's not the professor way. There did a hi. If you're looking for something, I probably can't help. I still don't know what's where around here. Didn't I see you at the dining hall last night? Hey, I get hungry sometimes, like anyone else. What? You didn't know it's bad for you? There's no way that's true. Wait, really? I wish the rug color changed when you recruited for new people. Oh, I hadn't thought about that, but that's a good point. So bad for the other teachers when you steal all their students. Well, maybe they should have been better teachers. They don't got my charisma and my toga. Alright. Back at the start. Oh, look, it's Yuritsa. You're skilled. Why won't you battle me? Dude, I'll fight you whenever you want. Let's go, bitch. Jesus Christ. Of course she would use the frog. Nanners is such a freak. Et wrecked big boob lady and Dilf. The fuck are you talking about? Golden Ox rebellion may have been quelled, but the unrest in progress isn't dying down anytime soon. The Boar Prince should hurry up and claim the throne rather than letting old customs hold him back. Gamer's Sword Tournament today. Alright, well, let's do a cheeky little save. You struggle against him every time, Snowy. Ah! Fuck him. Is that Pepe Yunogasai? The other teachers. Oh! That's right. Now I understand Last Resort. Alright, Petra. Bring it home. Nah, it's Nanners. Oh ho! Loser. Petra is boss. Also level 3? Get out of here. Alright, we're in the semifinals. Get out of here, nerd. Let's go, bitch! Pachow! Petra cannot be beaten. Get out of here. We win! Good job, Petra. You the boss. That's pretty cute. Probably she didn't crit. Yeah, her chance was pretty good there. She didn't wanna flex on him too bad though. Did you know on the last day of the rite, the monastery is open to the general public? Kind of fun. It makes the place feel like a festival. No classes on a festival day. I thought I'd get to spend all the day relaxing in the company of some lovely ladies. But now this mess has happened. Hey, Professor, I know there's talk of an assassination attempt, but do you really think they'll do it on the day of the rite of rebirth? Feels like security would be looser some other time. Is there some reason why it has to happen on that day? Hello, Sedith.
そう、フレンのために町へ出ていた。必要なものが、君に頼みがあるのだが。この感じ。
Bum 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 bum. Fun fact, Sylvain is a free recruit if you're female. By really? Wow! I did not know that. Jesus. Is there anyone who shrimps for male pilot like that? Yeah. Whoa. Lady Rhea lifts the spirits of all the people of Fulton. You cannot allow her to come to any harm. Professor, did you need something? Ingrid still doesn't want to join me. So sleepy. Too sleepy. I found an interesting book in the library. Got so caught up reading it, I forgot to sleep. Interesting discovery, though. The coffins of the 4 saints in the sanctum each have their crests carved into them. I'll need to find a way to get down there to get a look. Have you heard? Rumor has it that Death himself has been appearing in Garreg Mach. They say that he appears every night and kidnaps folks. I wonder what happens to them. I have a sick-ass party. Something in the monastery that someone might go after. There's so much here I couldn't possibly name just one. Even this here kitchen contains precious wares, wine bottles from centuries past, and the like. I hear that stuff is fancy, but not very drinkable. I doubt anyone would go to the trouble of stealing it. What's the matter? You're running all over creation. Ah, you don't believe Lady Rhea is the real target, do you? Even so, the knights have their orders. We can't abandon our duty to guard Lady Rhea. The goddess's rite of rebirth is an important event for the Church of Seros. They say it's the day when the goddess will return to walk among us. Not too likely if you ask me, but best if you keep that to yourself. Alright, let's get the fishing out of the way. Perfektenschlag. However, if you are playing as a female character, you will find that Sylvain has no requirements needed to recruit him. Simply talk to him at the earliest opportunity. He should be asked what prompted. Ah, cool. Okay. So we need some stuff over here. Ba, 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 da, ba, 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 da, ba. You know what this room is? It's the church's treasure vault. I say treasure, but I do not mean silver, gold, and jewels. It mostly contains weapons, artifacts, and the like. Anything that could cause too great a stir should it be stolen. No, the church knows better than to store anything too valuable in such an accessible location. Report to Edelgado. There. Done. I've done it, Sedith. Now leave me be. Ba, ba, da, 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 dum. Da, 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 dum, dum. A holy mausoleum. Precisely. We can't know for certain, but it's a distinct possibility that the holy mausoleum is our enemy's target. That's pretty cool. Alright, now we'll do our meals, and then we'll finally be done with this day. Let's see here. Let's get Bernadetta and Lindhart. I'd rather eat alone in my room, but that's apparently not allowed, okay? You know, sometimes I forget to eat. Does that ever happen to you, Professor? Sometimes I like pairing people who don't like each other on the table. Do they have unique dialogue for that or something? Alright. Oh my god, who is support? Sometimes I wonder if your life could have taken you down a different path. If you had never met me and entered my service, you might have had a more peaceful, a more tedious path, inconsequential and spoiled rotten, like so many other nobles. Never. My duty to you is no mere obligation. I chose this. I thought that would be obvious to you. I understand you well, better than anyone. But when I see you at the monastery, studying with the others, it makes me wonder what kind of life you might have had without me. That's all. Such life may have had its appeal. I thought I'd left my years of carefree innocence behind me. But I cannot deny that I find myself enjoying my time at the monastery. I feel the same way. The enjoyment, however, is only thanks to you. Standing by your side is all that truly matters to me. I see. Then I won't speak of such things again. If it's really what you want, I'll gladly keep you by my side. The path I walk is soaked in blood. It's a path that can lead to madness, snatch away one's future, and can even take one's life. and the pool of blood at my feet is growing larger. Those stains can never be washed clean. Please leave the violence to me. A leader must be seen as pure, above the fray. Allow me to paint the path that lies before you red with the blood of your enemies. I will do it gladly. Sweet. Save our game. And then finally fucking finish. Holy crap, that took a while. Instruct manually. Get Hubert going. Alright. QB's done. Good job, buddy. Let's get Dorothea. Gotta get her faith so it's a blue arrow instead of a black or a red arrow. Hell yeah. Almost there. Man, they've all gotten perfect so far. Good job, team. Mada. Let's get your authority up. Yep, all 4 of them got perfects. Y'all are killing it. Alright, begin lecture. May I ask you something? Let me go to my secret thing here. When one professor lectures many students, some will inevitably have trouble keeping up, while others will get too far ahead of their studies. I wonder how this problem might be solved. Perhaps we should make lectures optional. Oh, understood. Hey, yeah. Reason and faith. Reason skill. Nope. Today is Saint Cephalian's day. There'll be him. Sure. Ash and Anna, or Casper and Anna. It's Flame's birthday? Haha, do nothing. Ooh. Y'all learning shit. Battle? Do we need to do an extra battle? We'll do a quick one. These people would benefit from sunlight exposure. Are you saying they're pale, Bailey? You think they're a little pale? Oh boy. I'll put that away. Also... I said what I said. Switch to a lance for now. I want to get that lance skill up to recruit both Ash and Leone. You're doing good. We need to get you some stuff. Do we have a steel bow in here to spare? Nope, we don't. I'll buy you a steel bow. Sword is good. Get that out of there. Bum, bum, bum. I'll get you a better shield for an end. Wait, a better shield? No. You're good. Good. Alright, let's get a shield for Ferdinando. It's gonna be in the item shop. Iron shield. Inventory items. Ferdinand got it equipped. Good. Check everyone's abilities real quick. That. Authority. We'll take authority over sword prowess. Fit. Check combat arts. Bard. Trade that for smash. That's it for that. Let us see if anyone needs battalion guilds. Nope. Replenish. Replenish. Yes. Perfect. Lastly, we'll check the map. What do we got going on here? Alright, it's this one. Nope. First, not Anna. Bop, bop. Then what? Why are you like green and shit? We'll send you over here, you over here. Then Heart and take the back. Good. All right. This should work. Game, and then let's fight! Come on, Bernadette, hit it! Damn it, Bernadette. Alright, we got Ferdinand to level 9. That's pretty good. Let me sit there. There we go. That's no good.
行きますか。
Good job, Hubert. Kill them all? Oh, I'm gonna. They're all gonna be deaded.
戦いの空気苦手だ。先生、奇襲有利思います。
That armor is thick. And the shields are broad. Alright, let's finish them off and get more spear points. And get Leone to like us. Well, that crap was unnecessary.
気合入ってるな。
Okay. Dorothea, you can take care of Mr. Armorman there. Dorothea, you're too strong.
簡単に負けるつもりはないわよ。どう？
Nice.
私もやる気出てきた。
Good buddy.
打って誇るほどの敵ではありません。
What's the bus? My mages are tearing your armor apart, you fools.
僕にやられるのは嫌だろうね。
10, 9, 9.
私、遅れ取りません。
The cowards make no moves. Just so heal.
支援感謝します。
But we can take those hits, Ferdinand. You have a shield after all. Hopefully that's enough. Shit.
焦らず戦おう。
さあ、どうするんだ？引きこもっていたい人生だったのに。私の力、見せてあげる。
You can't chase Petra! We've tried! Rude. Hell yeah. I can't be tamed. Come on, Bernadetta. Hell yeah. My god, Dorothea, stop with the crits. It's too much. It's too much power. You're out of control, girl. Da, 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 da. Goodbye. I may just want to take care of this. A second? Alright, we'll let Edelgard have some fun. Oh, that was sick as shit. Night Kneeler! And set. Ah, shit. I held the wrong person. Why did it default to that one? Boo. Boo. That's not the guy. Move, Bernadetta, if you would. Yeah, girl. Nice. You're doing great, Casper. Ever gonna change to the English dub for a time so we can hear the English voices? Nah. Ferdinand Fontavia. Stage complete. Only took 5 turns. Dorothea the MVP again. Right, and then... Well, it might be a little tough. Let's see if we can do it. Hopefully we unlock the statue soon so we can start getting those bonuses. Alright, check out all that stuff. You're fine. You're fine. Fine. You're fine. We need to get you another lance. Alright. Listen, I'll give it. Ariosin, I'll give you this one for 500,000 subs. You get 500,000 subs, I'll switch over to the English voice dub. Italian Guild, replenish. Thank you very much. Map. Alright. Huh. Probably gonna open up with a Dorothea play. Bum, bum. That should be fine. Alright, well, you're taking care of all that. Awesome. Actually, deal with that archer, please. Goodbye. Alright, got Ferdinand to 10. Nani? Really? You voluntarily chose Petra as your target? Gosh, it's dumb. Wow, that's weird. Casper.
力も実力のうちだぜ。あれ？
Hello? Ooh. That was really cool.
出直してくるな。
Da 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 da.
これさすがの活躍だぜ。
I think everyone over here is at least at 10. Nope, nope, not Linhart. And Hot, see that it's done. There we go.
やられるのは嫌だろうね。研究
Go.
綺麗な花にはトゲがあるのよ。
Ba da da da. Ambrosia, huh? Hell yeah.
もう私は十分ですよね。 火の精霊、加護感謝します。
この程度で止まりはしません。
You can't beat it, oh god! There we go, okay. And now he's gone. They got Mr. Nightman here.
ご苦労様でした。
You can draw on their attacks. Get in there, buddy. Da-da-da. Another heavy armor down. Two were too strong. It'll go to someone.
経験はいい。 私に挑んだのが間違いだったな。
Ferdinand von Akia!
貴族に少しひらめいたことが。
A bullion? Gee willikers, mister. Let's heal our mage back up.
驚きました。
Perfect. Miss on an 89%. Feels bad for that guy. Okay, 11. Petra, you take the lead. Actually, no, Petra, just kill this guy, actually. Oh, another crit from Petra. Man was already dead, Petra. Level 11. Love to see it. Not the best stats, though.
さすがだ。私も負けてはいられん。
Let's go. Oh, ah, 2/3 to hit and I missed both of them? Come on. That feels a little rude, if you ask me. Get out of here. Huge little crit. Alright, finally got Casper to 10. That should be everybody. How do we want to finish all these losers off? Winheart, you gonna kill him? Perfect. And you two finish off this leader. Ooh, a trade secret, you say? How nice for me. Bitch, where are you going? Trying to run away from me. Good job, Vendetta. Hell yeah. Alright, that mission's done. Battle in the forest. Petra MVP, I'll allow it. Petra's pretty awesome. Alright. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye. We shall instruct manually. Alright, oh. People don't have a good motivation right now. Jeez. Casper, I haven't given you any training in a while. Let's get your authority up, buddy. Then Toto. Bernadetto. Oh, bad. Alright. He's an authority. No. Weekly activity. Hell yeah. Good job, you losers. Nosferatu. Good job, Anna. Alright, well, let's go see if we can buy some intermediate seals. Turns on and off lights. That's so classic Nosferatu. Geo, how did you know? Geo, how did you know? And the walls will ooze green slime? Oh wait, no. They always do that. Ugh. Alright, let's do some certifications. Oh wait, they always do that. Geo, anyone who can just throw SpongeBob references at me just makes me happy. Fills my heart with joy. The hash slinging, the trash bringing, the cash stringing trasher. But wait, who was doing the lights? You're already leveled up. I want to get Bernadette to Sniper or Archer. That's a great. That is a great episode. Hey, Squidward, I'm cleaning the ceiling at night. Hey, Squidward, I'm washing the dishes at night. Okay, I'll take out the trash. Piece of cake. Yeah. I burned my hand at night. Oh, come on. Who would want a Krabby Patty at 3 a.m.? Oh boy, 3 a.m. Ah, fucking love it. Alright, what are our options here? Mage. Priest. Yes, you are going to be priest. Don't worry, Cap. We'll buff out the scratches. Patrick, how can we escape? The door is locked, and the only other way out is through the perfume department. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Oh, nah. God, this conversation is unlistenable to someone who doesn't know SpongeBob. East? I thought you said west. First we established base camp at 15,000 feet. SpongeBob, you need to cut off my legs. I can't do that, Patrick. I already cut off my arms. Chocolate! I remember chocolate. Well, this chocolate can make you immortal. Oh, where's the drink? A drink? Yeah, I ordered a drink. I don't have a... You didn't bring my drink? My Diet Dr. Kelp? Hey man, like I told your friend, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't paying for anything unless I get my drink. Well, don't worry. This one's on the house. I love that episode. Just cause, like, Squidward cares about SpongeBob. And it's also fucking hysterical. The Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. The Krusty Krab, yeah, 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 yeah. Pizza is the one for you and me. Y'all, I think I have a problem. I think I have a SpongeBob problem. At least you didn't rip my pants. I'm going to lift 2, count them 2 marshmallows. Oh, when big old Larry came to put him down, SpongeBob turned into a clown, and no one's ever seen the kind. Winner takes all. It's the thrill of one last kill.
どうしただとして女神採点にのそんなことあるはずねえよな。
Quick, just imagine him in his underwear. Oh no, he's hot! Alright, let's go double check on Leone. See if our adventures together will allow her to join us. I highly doubt it, but we'll check anyway. Spin move. Spin move.
なあ、もしもそいつ。ああ、先生か。学級は。
Getting closer. She's interested. Okay. Go back down to dining hall. Actually, we'll double check Ash too, because he also. Oh, yeah, I need to talk to someone there. Who haven't I talked to? Hey, Mats, I missed you, buddy. Where are you? There you are. I'm sorry for missing you. With the whole monastery preparing for the goddess's rite of rebirth this month, it feels like everyone's a little on edge. Ash? Seems this person is rather interested. Okay, we're getting close. Get our lance up a little bit more and we'll be able to get both of them. Alright, let's go to the dining hall, take care of the food. Lehu Zephyr. Sure. Professor, level up! Hell yeah! Oh, we got adjutants now. Hell yeah. Right. Lindhart and Dorothea. That looks good. Whose birthday is it? Claude? Oh, hell yeah. I'll give you flowers, Claude. There you go, buddy. Alright. Do the mission. The goddess's rite of rebirth is about to begin. Are we going to move forward with our plan? I believe so. How confident are you in our theory, Professor? It could go either way. I don't like those odds at all. All that matters is how our enemy makes their move, not how our teacher feels about the plan. Oh, fuck you, Seth. You seem a mite too relaxed for my liking. The goddess's rite of rebirth is about to begin. Hey, how about you, go fuck yourself? How about that? While we are in the goddess tower, we are relying on you to secure the locations that are lacking in defense. May I let you in on something, brother? Or Professor, my brother can be a bit callous. He told me that he was concerned about you and hinted that perhaps you would be better off patrolling a coffin. Jesus Christ. That was said in jest and in confidence. Please just remain by my side and do not cause any more trouble. As a professor, you would do well to remember that it is your duty to guide your students down the path of righteousness. Yeah, sure thing, buddy. Please excuse us, everyone. We shall see you again after the ceremony has concluded. Where does Seth land on the husbando scale? How about a -5 trillion? How about that? That's where Seth lands on the husbando scale. A coffin. How fascinating. Alright, Professor. We must find a place to hide where we can guard the stairs to the Holy Mausoleum. If the enemy moves as predicted, we should be able to cut off their escape path and capture every last one of them. Get that out of your inventory. Boop, boop. Fine. Fine. Back up. Let us make Leone and I'm being stupid. Oh, there we go. So that should. Okay. Forgot that you had to do it on Byleth. There we go. Now we can bring Anna. Anna, how are your items doing? Oh, we can get better than that. Marketplace. We're definitely going to want to make sure our battalions are replenished. We're going to need them for this fight in particular. And let's get Anna some steel weapons. Items. What we got going on here? Get you on the side. Let's get Casper on the other side. Alright. I think this will work. Save. And fight. We were right. Unwanted guests have come to visit. Those Central Church dastards have spotted us. Buy me some time while I open the seal on the casket. How about it? Our enemies appeared after the tomb of Saint Saros in the back. Are they attempting to steal her bones? It would be best to defeat them before they achieve their aim. Let's pay attention to our enemies' weapons in advance while attacking them from advantageous points. Pick him out. All of them. Ba-da-da-da-da.
私の力見せてあげる。一儲けしましょう。
おっしゃー、行くぜ。
Save! Check him out, Bernadette. Nice. Charge! Alright. So here's the deal, folks. If you are not familiar, you got the Death Knight up here. And this asshole is super fucking strong at this point in the game. I think he will one-shot pretty much any character on my team. He does not attack, however. I don't take commands or waste my time on weaklings. He will only counterattack if we attack him. But he is weak to gambits. The knight is a powerful enemy. Let's do all we can to avoid him. So we have to use clever gambits and see if we can take him out in one turn. Because if we do, we get one of the few dark seals in the game, which lets us level people up to Dark Knight. A crit? Hubert, he's already dead. Before we go after the Mr. Asshole Knight, we need to take care of all these extraneous people first. Vendetta just cleaning up house. She's too strong. My bow broke. Casper cares not for your wares. Right. Halo Guard, you go help out that way. Bernadette, you soften them up. Anna, you go in for the attack. Hell yeah. Them taken down. Casper's cleaning up that side. Da, 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 da. Right. Dorothea, you take care of this loser. Dorothea got the key. That's something. You dare attack Casper? Ha 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 ha, you fool. You can't hit him. Ah, shit. That's not good. Didn't really want to waste time rewind so quickly on that. Shit, I hope they don't kill Petra now. Oh, that hit now too. Good. What, the enemies on that side are taken down. Shit. Alright, just gotta get set up now. That asshole's calling reinforcements. Gotta get Dorothea to that chest. Everyone start going after the Black Knight, or the Death Knight. Start setting that shiz up. Gotta take out this fool. Thank you. Ba da 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 da. Oh, perfect. Ah, perfect. As long as you don't miss, Casper. Perfect. Alright, got the chest key. Over here. Here. End up next to Dorothea so she'll passively heal you. Perfect. Chest. Intermediate seal? Hell yeah. Alright everyone. Prepare to attack Black Knight on my mark. Ah. We'll go get that chest afterwards. We're going to take a few turns here to set up everything we need to do. Alright. Get ready to take care of those assholes. Dorothea, we need you back over here now, please. Alright, let them come. Let them fate. My strategy for the Death Knight is go up and punch him in the face with my Punch Boy gauntlets. Why haven't I thought of that? So simple yet so elegant. Hell yeah. Ooh, a store. That could be useful. Alright, taking care of that jerky McJerkface there. Next jerky McJerkface. Thank you, Mark. Solving my problems as always. And then go get the kill, please. Get you some nice juicy levels off of that. Alright. You just need to decide to be stronger than it works for me. I don't think it works for you. You're not Wolf Click. Alright. Hopefully this will be the last turn of setup. Get everyone closer. The next turn we'll start the assault on the Death Knight. Part of my strategy is going to be attack that moves adjacent foe to the opposite side of the unit. So I want to see if lure actually works. If I can get the Death Knight off that defensive space. I told you that if you fled I would not chase you, but it seems you want to die. Yeah, damn it, it didn't work. Okay. Alright. What do you got, Bernadetta? Not gonna help. 10 points if you kill the knight. NASA is watching. Flex on NASA. Oh, Maria, I'm totally gonna kill the knight. Just you watch. The knight is as good as dead. Alright, let's get you going. Actually, what's yours? Stride. You're not going to be as useful. I agree, flex on NASA. Oh, we're gonna be flexing on NASA. We're gonna be flexing on NASA. Don't you worry. Gamut boost. Aw, I really like those emotes, Marine. Remember when dying, just don't. God, you guys are so helpful. I love you all. Cause like when I was gonna die, I was gonna be like, well, I'm gonna let it happen. And now I know that's a bad idea. Ooh, okay, so you got a ranged one. I love that cat emote. Strong. Disturbance. Alright. Disturb him. Nagi. Nope. Wait, no. There, okay. Next. That close. Huh, y'all see that? I use my steel. Oh, does he reflect the amount of damage you deal? Oh, interesting. Okay. Edelgado! This There's no way around it. I accept your challenge. Oh, this'll be fun. Get out of here, loser. I didn't expect to encounter someone like you. How fortunate. Good job, Edelgard, you fucking badass. Whew, we did it. By working as a fucking super awesome team. Hell to the yeah. No joke, that's honestly one of the harder parts of this game. It's like completely optional, so it's, you know, self-imposed hardness, but it is hard to kill that guy without getting anyone killed at that point. Unless you, like, Omega Cheese grind. Alright, Caspar, you need to head over to that treasure chest. Let's get people healing. Go Anna. Challenge Edelgard? I don't think that's possible. Edelgard, you're level 13, 12, 11. You go fight that guy. I'll just take a vulnerary. A little bit of my strength. 12, 12, 12, 6, yeah. That. Alright, burn it in. You do some damage here. Mada mada. Steel lance broke. Stay there. Bernadetta, come over here. Anna, you finish this jerk off. Get some experience points for yourself. Ooh, a crit, Anna? Look who wants to be on the team. Look who wants to be on the team. You little goober. Alright, Petra, you take this flank and go kill those fools. Yeah. NASA's gotta be shaking in their boots now that we've defeated the Death Knight there. NASA's a punk bitch. HP. Edelgard, you come over here and help Casper on that side. Casper, you give me that chest. I need it, I want it. Petra, you come over here, take out those fools. Because you's a badass. Got Anna. Ferdinando, finish this off. Good riding. Just heal. Thank you, kindly, Dorothea. Da-da. Da-da-da. Go, Petra! So, Wraith Strike kill him? Which will not. And she gets the crit anyway. Petra doesn't give a shit. You dumbass. Don't challenge Petra to a fight. She's gonna win. Alright. Got that chest opened. We're going up. Honestly, we're in the end game now. Alright, asshole. Casper just needs to finish off this person, and then we'll be done. Petra was, after all, a part of B Squad. Sounds like some made-up thing, made up by some loser.
遅い。
Thank you, Edelgard.
負けるはずもないわ。
So used, the seal is broken. You can't, huh? A sword? Huh? What? I really don't like the Sword of the Creator, if I'm being honest. I'm back, Hell Chunk. Hello, Last Resort. We just got the sword. Playing some Fire Emblem? Hell yeah. Nanners, hello! Is the intruder here? Oh, looks like you have this under control. You round up any stragglers? There are 0 stragglers. The Sword of Flames would have been cooler as a chainsaw. Oh, look at that, Edelgard. Getting the MVP for taking down the Death Knight. Hell yeah. Oh, can't carry anymore? Select an item to send to the convoy. Okay, let's think about this. Well, the Iron Sword only has 1 durability left. Don't really need a trade secret now, do we? And like the miracle, oh, Sword of the Creator. Okay. Actually, don't like the chainsaw sword or Corina design. Okay. All right, folks. I'm gonna like 3 hours in. Holy crap! Well, I'm gonna take my first break. But here we go. But I'm gonna keep going. So I'll stick tight. I'll go walk around a bit and do some stuff, and then I'll be right on back. Take care.
さて、あなた方が犯した重大な背信行為について。
And we're back. Let's see here. We're in the chapel. All of you have committed a breach of faith. The Archbishop will now pass judgment. Excuse me. Inciting the kingdom noble to rebel, unlawful entry, the attempted assassination on the Archbishop, an attack on the Holy Mausoleum. Oh my goodness. Aww! Bailey with a little cute cat emote. And then, of course, last resort with Pikachu's, as is to be expected. It is unnecessary to go on. Followers of the Western Church. Ooh, I love the green hair lady's look. Bailey likes Rhea. You and Ariosa are going to get along. What? We have nothing to do with the Western Church. You have already been identified. Please spare us your second-rate theater. Dishonoring a holy ceremony is worthy of death for a member of the church. You are well past the hope of redemption. If you have any grace remaining, you will willingly offer your life as atonement for this crime. No, this isn't what we were told would happen. We've been deceived. Was cool as fuck headpiece and that natural green hair color, chef's kiss. Yeah, because Rhea is awesome. We'll see. It's no use arguing. Whatever your excuse, the punishment stands. May your souls find peace as they return to the goddess. Whoa, shots fired. Wait, please, the goddess would never forgive you for our execution. I don't know about that. Monster, we know you've already slaughtered many of our fellow brethren like this. This concludes the investigation. Please remove these poor lost souls from my sight. They assume the guards care. It's true. That's that, I suppose. The assassination attempt, the attack on the Holy Mausoleum, it was all the Western Church's doing. The masked knight who led the attack somehow managed to disappear without a trace. The Church of Seros clearly isn't as unified as it would hope to appear. It seems the Archbishop, or the Bishop of the Western Church, was always opposed to the Church being ruled centrally from Garreg Mach. Perhaps they hope to remove the Archbishop in order to completely strip the Central Church of its authority. Oh, that's right. Geralt mentioned that you were raised without any exposure to the Church. In order to function more efficiently, the Church of Seros is split into several smaller entities. The Central Church is the largest and leads the organization from Garreg Mach. The Western Church extends to Castle Gaspard, where Lord Leonardo rebelled into the far west. They can be found just beyond the most renowned stronghold of the kingdom, the fortress city of Arianrod. It seems the knights have been tasked with subduing the leaders of the Western Church. We may be given the opportunity to help them with their mission. To think our own professor was born of Fodlan and yet knew nothing of the Church. Never imagined explaining something so basic to an instructor mind. You're something of a special case, are you not? That's strange that the Archbishop would ask someone like that to lead her students. There's clearly more to the there's clearly more to the decision than we know. Lady Rhea is pretty scary sometimes, but to execute that whole group just like that, it seems harsh even for her. If one of us does something bad, I wonder what she would do to us. Professor, do you agree with the Archbishop's actions? There you are, Professor. It seems Lady Rhea would like a word with you. Come with me. The Archbishop lives. Not that I ever placed much faith in those swine from the Western Church.
元より期待はしておらなんだが。
I have news, both good and bad. The remains of Saros was not in the tomb. However, something else was. The sword of the Creator. Ah, the weapon wielded by that thief, the King of Liberation.
解放の剣か。
Thief. At any rate, it is now in the hands of the Academy's new professor. I doubt you will be surprised to hear that the crest stone had already been removed from the sword when it was found. As expected. It would be foolish to keep both in the same location.
二つを一つところに保管するなどはありえない。
There's more. The professor was able to awaken the sword's true power. Even without the crest stone, the sword glowed red. The professor's crest is compatible. There is no mistaking it.
なんだと？
Absurd. Using a relic without its crest stone should be impossible.
いや、そもそも
The King of Liberation's bloodline should not even...
そのようなわけが。
Oh no, cool mask guy. They must be allowed to keep it for now. I do not have enough information about the professor to act. As for your request, I assent. The Death Knight is at your command. Use him well.
なるほど。あやつか。
Good, I believe I will enjoy this quite a deal.
楽しみにしておくぞ。
I cannot thank you enough for defeating those invaders in the Holy Mausoleum, and especially for protecting the Sword of the Creator. The sword is one of the hero's relics and most precious artifact in the Church's possession. It is also a weapon of terrifying power. For now, I will trust the sword to you. Please use it wisely. I will keep it in the convoy. Lady Rhea, wait. Do you truly mean to give the Sword of the Creator to this stranger? I mean, I've been here for a few months now. I'm not exactly a stranger. Surely it's not the sort of thing one hands over so readily, even to someone who has the ability to wield it. If someone like Nemesis were to appear again, all of Fodlan would be consumed by war. Nemesis? Nemesis, the King of Liberation. He is an ancient king of mankind who was defeated by Saros over 1,000 years ago. When Fodlan was attacked by wicked gods, it was said that the goddess gifted Nemesis with the Sword of the Creator. Nemesis used that sword to defeat the wicked gods, saving all of Fodlan. Henceforth he was dubbed the King of Liberation. However, his power began to corrupt him until he himself turned to darkness. Saint Saros was forced to destroy him. Lady Rhea, I beg you to reconsider. Given a little more time, we could more accurately assess this stranger's abilities. No, I have faith, Sedith. Faith that our friend here would not be corrupted by wickedness. Since the death of Nemesis, none have been able to wield the Sword of the Creator. Now, after all these long years of being sealed away, it has returned and found a new master. I understand. As you wish, Lady Rhea. There you have it, Professor. See that you do not betray the trust that the Archbishop has seen fit to bestow upon you. Yeah, sure, I'll try or something. The Sword of the Creator, the King of Liberation. Each tale is more confusing than the last. And I really can't read that Rhea at all. The sword is clearly precious, so why should so keen to give the thing to you? Certainly is strange. Feel as though we have become entangled in a mystery. And there's one more thing that has been plaguing me. COVID. Sword of the Creator, it somehow feels distinct from other relics we have seen. Which is that one that... Oh goodness, what is her name? Catherine? Yes, sir, the Sword of the Creator is different from her, Thunderbrand, in one key way. It bears a hole, where something should have been, but is no more. I despise not knowing what is going on. It frightens me, and yet I place my trust in you. I must. Whatever comes to pass, please swear to cut a path that is your own. Yeah, okay, I guess.
Hakuun no shou, Suiyu no setsu, Kokufu no to.
Cease. Oh god. Nope, I've lost it. Pause and read it if you want. I've lost it. I forgot that these auto advance so fast. I wasn't ready.
自然の厳しさを教える災いともなる。そして雨の通り過ぎた後には美しい虹がかかる。
Michael the Magic. Now attempt to escape extreme bondage. How can he do it? I don't see how. Ugh, more cutscenes. I have a new mission for you, Professor. I would like you to take your students into the Kingdom territory to eliminate some thieves. They stole a hero's relic from House Gautier in the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Lance of Ruin. Their leader's name is Miklin. He is apparently a disowned son from House Gautier. Why was he disowned? I believe it has something to do with his lack of a crest. Such happenings are fairly common within the kingdom. It's a little fucked up. Their crestless cannot unleash the goddess's power, even if they possess a relic. Nevertheless, they are still capable of simply wielding those weapons. The hero's relics are immensely powerful weapons. We must meet this threat with adequate force. Unfortunately, most of the Knights of Seros are away from the monastery purging the apostates of the Western Church. Excuse me. So we are trusting you with this mission. After all, you wield the Sword of the Creator, which is more than capable of opposing any relic. The Sword of the Creator is a powerful weapon, well beyond the other relics. You have nothing to fear. I mean, I'm not using it, so whatever. I must remind you that you are expected to conduct yourself in a manner befitting the wielder of the... Shut the fuck up, Seta. Also, you should know that Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. That is all. Professor, I heard about our mission for this month. A thief with a hero's relic is worrisome, but with you at our side, I'm certain we can handle it. After all, you have the Sword of the Creator. It was allegedly wielded by Nemesis, the King of Liberation. If the legends are true, you hold the power to stand against entire armies. A band of thieves should be nothing. Even the most elite Imperial forces or the Knights of Seros could not hope to defeat you. What is it, man? I'm just marveling at the potential. Besides, your power does not lie solely in the Sword of the Creator. You are stronger and more terrifying than you realize. That's pretty cool. Professor, when you leave the monastery, will you still think of yourself as my teacher? If we left the monastery? Never mind. I'm being thoughtless with my words.
気にしないでちょうだい。今口に
Now let's just focus on the problem at hand.
いやよく来てくれたな、先生。
Good of you to come, Professor. I've heard much about you lately.
天帝の剣の力を
Specifically, that you were able to awaken the sword of the Creator's power.
それで
Thusly, it seems the true nature of your crest has been uncovered. I had, of course, seen your crest before. However, at first, I failed to recognize its nature. Eventually, it dawned on me that what is visible is perhaps merely a part of the greater whole. In other words, your crest is too significant to be detected by using normal instruments. After this discovery, I began researching crests that might fit that description, which allowed for a temporary hypothesis. However, I could not be certain. The crest my conclusions led me to was far too unusual. The crest thought to have been disappeared from this world in the millennium since the fall of Nemesis, the king of liberation. The crest of flames, that is what you possess. Your ability to wield the sword of the Creator has unequivocally proven my hypothesis. A legendary power, dormant since time immemorial, and now resurrected. There can be no doubt that this ancient power resides within you. That's pretty cool. Manuel's birthday? Do nothing. You're curious how Edelgard is doing. Go for a visit? Okay. Father, save. Who could that be? A ghost, perhaps? No, that is surely not the case. I can see if the fire emblem is in this game some way. Apparently, it's actually the crest of flame. Oh, that's cool. What does that look upon your face? I am no ghost, if that is what was on your mind. Huh? Who's there? Professor, what are you doing here? I heard something. Oh, perhaps I was talking in my sleep. Bad dreams? Ah, so you heard me then. Guess it was a nightmare. I've had them since I was a child. Stupid pointless dreams I can't control. It's terribly frustrating. What are they about? Just my childhood. A time before I had realized who I was destined to become. You can trust me with anything. I had a feeling you'd say that. I suppose I could try. But only if you swear not to tell a soul. I appreciate it. I dream of my older brother, paralyzed, helpless. My older sister, crying for help that never came. The youngest, babbling words beyond meaning. I see my family dying slowly, waiting in the darkest depths for a glimmer of light. I once had 10 siblings, 8 older and 2 younger. Such a large family, and yet I became the heir to the throne. Do you know why? Every last one of them was crippled by disease or lost their mind, or died. Hate and hatred, guess what? I was the only one left who could inherit the throne. How could such a thing happen? Things kept getting worse. The darkness kept getting darker. In the end, I was the only one who survived. The nightmares are a reminder to never forget. To never allow such terrible things to happen again. Never again. Even now, I'm the only one who can carry the weight of the Adrestian Empire.
私だけ
The future of the Empire, of everything,
帝国の全
depends
てが
on
かかってい
me.
る こんな夜だから
I shared more than I intended to.
余計なこと
I
を
suppose there's
ペラ
something
ペラ
in
と
the air
話してし
tonight.
まったわこの話
I've never told anyone about my past
誰に
before.
もしたことがないわ
Please, forget I said anything.
秘密にして
Sleep well,
お
my
やすみ
teacher.
なさい
That was pretty nice. A lot of starch on that cape. Alright, have they restocked the seals? They have. Oh, we also got door keys. Let's get a few door keys. And a few chest keys. Let's go back to certifications. Edelgard, you're already certified. Hubert, we need to get you certified. Ah, shit. Shit. Edelgard, you gotta drop the seal. Dark Mage. Da, 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 da.
合格
No, not yet. Linhart, you've already done it. Get you going. Caspar? Not yet. Petra, of course you gotta get up there. Good job, Petra. Not yet. And that's it. Okay. A stone, a stone. I do not understand. Yet as I think of it, the pounding in my chest grows faster still. So is that me? Or is it you? Alright, we got some support. Oh my god. Whew. Alright, so here's the plan, folks. I think we're gonna get through this support, and that might be the end of today. This is gonna take a hot second to get through. Oh my goodness, so much support. Well, this is fascinating. Following this equation, Lindhart here again, I see. Go away, Hubert. Now is not a good time. Ah yes, the double line becomes a helix in its arc. No, that cannot be correct. Now is exactly the time. Lady Edelgard requests your presence. Come, the lecture is about to start. Politely inform her that my research is vastly more important than whatever it is she has to say. While your passion may be admirable, it is sadly misdirected. This matter takes priority. Return to your hobby when your duty is done. Hobby, but this research will most certainly prove useful in the future. The Empire requires you to be useful now. I should think you would want the same. You have an almost unparalleled intellect, a singular focus, an unfettered imagination. In truth, you have talents that many, including myself, will never have the privilege of possessing. Are you complimenting me, Hubert? That alone deserves to be studied. Let me finish. I haven't an ounce of respect for the cause you have chosen to waste your talents on. Which changes frequently, I might add, with no rhyme, reason, or results. You know, it was the English version you wouldn't have to exhaust yourself by reading all the text. I do the work for the people. Learn to apply yourself to something constructive. You may still have a bright future. That sounds suspiciously as if you're not going to leave me alone. I just want to live a life doing things that interest me. Is that so wrong? I'll have to get those 500,000 subs? Alright, go for it. I am waiting. I am still at 0 subs. You have failed. This is unacceptable, even for a nobleman. Her Highness will soon ascend to the throne. She's attempting to deal with such noble privilege head-on. You have a point, and I understand where you're coming from. But I can't do it. I can't bring myself to work for someone else. Pathetic. Keep to your books, then. Goodbye, Lindhart. Oh boy, Lindhart has 3 more after that. Alright, Ferdinand. Just look at this place. It's so beautiful. I believe I should take a nap and enjoy it properly. Lindhart, lost in thought, I see. Unacceptable. Are you not aware that a noble's duty is to be ever vigilant? Rest increases alertness. Is there something I can do for you, Ferdinand? Well, I was just passing by and I thought I could give you a little advice. You always seem to be napping. Why not spend your free time doing something productive? Easier said than done, Ferdinand. I'm afraid I suffer from a constitution that tires easily. Some training will remedy that. Let us work on that today. I will train you myself. Arise, Lindhart. The righteous path of the noble lies before you. You're all, aren't you? Yes, I am. Is there something wrong with that? Of course not. In fact, I rather enjoy your demeanor. You go all out, even when others wish you wouldn't. You work hard, inspire the admiration of others, and your dignity as a noble is beyond reproach. I consider it my mission to serve as a guide and a model for other members of nobility. As capable as you are striking, next to you I am a mere infant. Oh, you are far too kind. Although I do work hard each day to achieve all of which you speak. You've mastered all the important noble skills. You drink tea, talk about how great you are, ride horses. Indeed, I went for a ride earlier today. Is that so? You'll have to tell me about it sometime when I'm not walking away. I must get some sleep, being the infant that I am. Farewell now, Ferdinand. Oh, noble among nobles. Noble among nobles. Seems a bit much. Hey, did he say get some sleep? Hey, wait! Ferdinand, you just got played, bruh. And Dorothea? I do believe a nap is in order. I like to think that this is taken right afterwards of Ferdinand and Linhardt escaped to get his nap, but now Dorothea is here. Oh, this is lovely. Just feel that breeze. Ada, Ada. Dorothea, whatever are you doing here? I was just thinking of relaxing here, but it looks as if someone else is lounging in my spot already. Taking a nap in public like this? Really, Lynn? The nobles have looked down on such behavior. You do know I am of noble birth. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just teasing. You never do act very noble, though. Why is that? Each person must follow their own way. This is how I prefer to live. Even if some of the more pretentious nobles like to poke fun at my ways. Doesn't that bother you? I mean, really, it doesn't hurt your pride or anything? What use is pride? It doesn't feed nor clothe you. It offers no warmth on a cold night. First time I've heard a noble say something like that. Well, most nobles are, what is the polite way to say it? Fools. Yes, they are fools. As for myself, my father is the Minister of Domestic Affairs, and he has pride enough for the both of us. For example, did you know he and Minister of Military Affairs cannot get along, although they value each other greatly? His pride gets in the way, so he can't make amends. That is why there is discord between civil ministers and military officers in the Empire. And so pride serves no good purpose in politics either. So tell me, what use is it? I wonder if bad blood between civil and military leaders is somewhat unavoidable. The Minister of Domestic Affairs is in charge of the civil officials, so if they just give in easily, their subordinates would lose respect, right? I get the feeling that if your pride isn't equal to the responsibility you bear, then you aren't fit to lead. Also, I happen to think pride can be quite charming. And how necessary is charm? It just gets in the way of living your life. If you lack charm, nobody will give you a second glance. Right, which means more time for napping. Ah, oh, Linhardt, you get it. Lynn, you can't really believe what you're saying, can you? Alright, one more Linhardt for now. Hello there, Edelgard. Are you looking for something? You could say that. I'm looking for someone named Linhardt who's been skipping lectures again. I see. Well, congratulations. You found him. Did you want him for something in particular? What else could bring me here other than your complete negligence? Well, perhaps you're interested in hearing my latest theories on the nature of crests. I suspect the formation of crests may be quite different than that recorded in church tradition. Before you go on, is there any discernible benefit to me allowing this babble to continue? Well, of course. And that would be... I expect you'll find the topic rather entertaining. That's it. What more do you need? Crest research is its own reward. You know, if you ever truly applied yourself, you could become a distinguished scholar. Wonder who Linhardt's canon romance is. I'm pretty sure I've had him end up with Casper before. Why would I busy myself with such tedious work? I perform this research for my own knowledge. I'm not interested in the world at large. There's nothing wrong with a selfish drive for knowledge, but only if you put it to good use. I'm sure there must be some use. Oh, then please tell me what potential uses you have in mind. Well, there are people out there who spend good money on bizarre artistic creations. So I'm sure my not at all useful research could be used as a fine lullaby for children of the world. A lullaby? Ugh, I have things to do. Just know that this was my last warning. Sure, of course. Goodbye. Bernadetta and Petra. Petra's really nice. Never yells, never says mean things about people. Maybe she'd be my friend. Oh, there she is now. Okay, Bernie, you can do this. Bernadetta, are you needing help with something? Oh, how did you know? Do you have eyes in the back of your head or something? I do not have that, no. Right, can I ask you something? You want to, be friends or something, maybe? Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't like me. I don't know what to think of me. What am I thinking? I am thinking that you remind me of prey. What? Yes, like a rabbit in tall grass. Always watching for enemies, you flee at any sign of danger. You are quick, also. I must be careful that I'm not hunting Bernie when I take out my bow. Oh, you. Try not to shoot me. That's, nice. You have similarities with prey, that is all I mean to be saying. So you're saying you might end up hunting me? Yeah, girl. There is no need to have concern. I'll make sure my arrows are not hitting you. That isn't comforting. Whatever I deserve this, please forgive me. You do not need forgiveness, but it is yours if you are wanting it. Was I saying something wrong? Petra and Casper, and then Petra and Edelgard. Alright, time for some more. Oh, Petra, hi! Caspar, do you want to train with each other? Oh, yeah, sure. You sound like you're running out of gas, friend? Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right, Bailey. We're gonna finish these up, these dialogues up, and then I'm gonna call it for a day. You have had new training recently, and great improvements. I want great improvements too. Will you give me help? Well, hey, look at that. You pay more attention than I give you credit for. I've been trying new training methods. They're definitely paying off. My movements are much sharper lately, more precise. I am knowing that. I want that too. You teach, I learn. We both get more strength. It'll be greatness. Alright, I mean, I guess we can give it a shot. In Felix and Burr's story, she keeps freaking out, disarming Felix and running away. It's super cute. Oh, interesting. Petra? Yes, Casper? No, never mind. Sorry, I was just thinking about something else. Nothing at all. Let's train. I heard a question in your voice. Say it. No. It's really nothing. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'll not be worrying. We're gonna begin the training. Oh, fine. We can talk about it if you insist. You can stop pretending like you don't know. What am I knowing? About my father. Your father, he is of the military in the Empire. I hear he has great skill. No, not that. Well, it's kind of about that. I'm talking about when Dagda and Brigid invaded the Empire. My father led the Empire's army that fended off the invaders. Your father was in that battle. Did you really not know?
なのになんで俺と普通に俺は
My father killed yours. You.
それ
How long have you had
い
this
つ知る
knowing?
でしたか。
ついこの前だよ
I just found out
それまで
recently.
俺は
I had no idea
何
before
も知ら
then.
なかった
But that's all I've been able to think about since.
あなた
So now you have
知
the
って
truth.
しまうでしたか。
Petra, damn it.
ペトラ
What am I supposed to do now?
くそ俺はどう
Now, Petra and Edelgard.
ペトラ
Petra, you seem to be flourishing in your new environment. It's all going well for you.
何か問題。エーデルガル
Lady,
ト様
Lady Edelgard, everything is well with
平穏
me.
無事です。
Thank you for your question.
気遣い感謝皆さん
Everyone has shown great kindness even while I am still learning about the language.
皆無です。
I'm glad to hear it. After all, a brigade royal like yourself is of vital importance to the future of the Empire.
帝国にとっても重要な存在。
If you ever need anything, please let me know. It's my job to watch out
身
for
柄
you
を
after
預か
all.
っている私に任せてくれるわね。はい。
If that is your want, I will rely on you if I have the need. However, I will not have the need. I can resolve any problems that occur by myself.
問題発生するなく自分解決できます。ええ。
I don't doubt
も
it.
ちろん解決できる。心配
Perhaps
は
I'm
し
worrying
す
too
ぎか
much.
しら。
I just don't know what I would say to your family if something were to
あなたの
happen
家
to
族に
you.
も顔向けできないから。心配無
Do
用
not
です。
spend your worry on me. In Brigade, there is a phrase we say. You cannot shoot two birds with one
2
arrow.
羽の鳥射止められ
Brigade
ない
and I are that second bird.
私とブリギット2羽目。
Your first target is your
もっと
ambition.
大きい目標。野望違いますか。
Can you disagree? There is certainly truth in your words.
あなたの言うことも一理あるわ。私
I
は
do have ambitions that transcend all else for me. When I ascend to the throne, there are certain things I
な
must
すべき
do.
ことがある。
Tell me, Petra, who do you think I am?
私を誰だと思っているの？
Huh?
お
I'll tell you, I am Edelgard von Resfeld,
他の
and
誰
yes,
でも
I'm attempting to do what no one
誰も
else
できる
can.
ことをなそうとしている。
I'm prepared to shoot 2 birds or even 3 with a single arrow.
一矢で二羽だ
That
ろう
is the least of the
三羽だろう
impossible
と
things I will accomplish. If you don't need my patronage, then prove it.
気遣いが無用だ
Show
と
me
いう
your
なら
power.
あなたがその力を見せなさい。
Never
矢に
settle for
止め
being
ら
the
れる鳥
bird.
でなく、
Be the arrow
あ
instead.
なた自身が矢になるの。
I will take your words to my heart, and you will be seeing my power. I give you my promise.
あなた新しい私見ます。約束です。
Oh no, Edelgard and Ferdinand, this will go well.
これは良いところに来てくれたエーデルガルト
Damn, Edelgard is so cool. Yeah, that was a good scene. You came just at the right time, Edelgard. Is that so? Yes, I have a story for
この
you.
話は聞いたことがあるだアドラステア
It's about a pair of nobles living about 100 years after the founding of the Dressian Empire.
一人は
One was Derek von Aegir. People call him the warrior prime minister. He bravely led soldiers into battle and mowed down his enemies. And the other
もう一人は
was the emperor of the time. She wagered the throne in a duel against Derek and won. Why don't we do that, what our ancestors did, and have a little duel ourselves? That's what you're going to say, but the answer is no. You interrupted me.
全部言うのはやめてもらえないかね
The warrior prime minister used a dramatic line to propose the duel. You did not allow me to say it. My apologies, Ferdinand. Well, at any rate, you were correct in surmising that I was about to challenge you. But you were rather blunt in your refusal. Ferdinand, control yourself. When will you tire of challenging me to pointless
私に
competitions?
勝負を挑むのをやめてくれないかしら。
I can quit now if you insist on it. I will not challenge you again.
え？
You expect me to believe that?
諦めるの？
Why do you look so surprised? Of course, it is not a valid duel unless both parties are willing. Now that you have refused outright, I must come up with some other way of getting which I seek.
他の
I'm afraid to ask what you could possibly mean by that.
聞きたくはないけれど。
Only that I find some other way of showing everyone that I am superior to you. Huh? I will write a handbill listing your accomplishments alongside my own more impressive accomplishments. Copyists will produce thousands of these pamphlets and distribute them far and wide. Then everyone will know about my... This has to stop. Perhaps I should have ended things with a duel after all.
まだ決闘の方がいいわ。
Ferdinand and Caspar? That settles that. And don't even think about brawling around here again. Impressive, Caspar. Well done. Hey, Ferdinand, did you see that fight? I saw it from start to finish. Both bars were at fault, disturbing the peace. Then you stepped in and corrected their behavior. You are setting a good example. I am proud to call you my fellow noble. Your fellow noble, I wasn't even thinking about nobility. That had nothing to do with it. Excuse me, nothing? Resolving conflicts amongst common folk is a duty of the nobles. Is that not what you were doing? I guess so. It was more like instinct or something. I saw people acting out of line and I had to step in. Ah, you were acting on impulse. You might be better served following moral convictions rather than instincts. Take me, for example. I always bear in mind that I am a noble, and behave accordingly. The fortunate must help the unfortunate. That is my guiding principle. I never have any idea what you're talking about. If someone's in trouble, you gotta help them out. Simple as that. A difference in opinion, you might say. Very well then, believe what you will. I will not expend energy trying to change your mind. Maybe all this noble stuff just isn't for me. Hey, don't walk away when I'm talking to you. And one last one. Caspar and Dorothea. Oh, Caspar, just who I was hoping to see. I have a tiny little request if you have time to help me. I'm always happy to help, but what can I do for you? That's exactly what I was hoping to hear. Would you mind coming along into my room? The room? Okay. Oh, this isn't what I had in mind. Come on, a big strong guy like you, this is easy. Lift up the cabinet, please. I need to dust behind it. There's still more to do? Why do you care so much about keeping this place clean? It's just a dorm room. Were you racing a stable? Leaving this place a mess wouldn't be fair to the next person who uses it. In fact, I think once we're done with this room, we should clean up your room as well. Yeah, I don't think so. I have some actual training to do. Oh, come to think of it, I have a date myself. This fellow I'm seeing has quite a charming face, rich family, and I assume, a tolerable personality. Don't you get tired of spending time with all of these guys who have tolerable personalities? Oh, it gets tedious at times. You must listen to them talk for one thing. But it's important for my future. That's how I see my train. I guess it's pretty much the same thing.
なら仕方ねえな。
I don't know if that's a comparison you really want to
私の
make.
やってることがあなたの訓練と同じ。
そうだよ。
Why not? Seems about right to me.
俺は
Sure, I'm a noble, but I am also a second son. I don't have anything coming to me.
何もなれないかもしれん。
Why do you think I'm always training so much? I need to prove myself on the battlefield if I plan on making it anywhere in this world. I know you don't have noble status or wealth, so you're putting in the effort to marry well, right? See? Pretty much the same thing. I suppose it would be nice if everyone saw it that way.
そう思ってくれればね。
Oh then, Caspar. I need to get ready for my date, but shall we both agree to work hard for our
それぞれ頑
futures?
張りましょう。
Absolutely. I just hope our efforts are worth
いい
it.
結果を残せるといいな。
Whew! My goodness, folks. But we've done it. We have gotten through like an hour of cutscenes and dialogue. Let's just come over here real quick. Let me change some stuff. But yeah, that's all we're gonna do for today. I hope you all had a fun time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and keeping me company as we played this very fun game. Today is the last day of my streaming week. Yay, Bailey says. But I will be back next Wednesday to play some more Fire Emblem. There is a chance I might be a part of a collab next Friday, but I'm not sure yet. I'll let you all know. Until then, I hope you all have a great weekend. Bye, Gio. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for SpongeBobbing with me. Yeah. Today we are going to be raiding my friend Hoshikusa. He is playing Final Fantasy XIV. Check that out. So yeah, if y'all want to stick around for a few minutes and say hi to him as we go and attack his stream. And if not, I hope you all have a good weekend and a good night. Allow me to type in the command. Raid Hoshikusa. Alright everyone, that'll be the end. This is Snowy, the Lord of Winter, and the final Herald of Pluto, signing off.